Wow, is it already time for another build video? Of course it is. Today we're going to be doing a one-handed build. Again, these builds are more aimed towards people who already have everything to make this build. They just want to put it together or want help putting it together. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, not to waste any time, let's dive right into it. Ice Blood Fortification plus 10 has ice damage, fairly good physical damage, as well as it's very lightweight. Blazing Claw Fortification plus 10, fair weight class, and nice scaling all across with some fire damage as well. As for the Blood Veil, it's going to be the Imperial Raiment Fortification plus 10. Why? Because it gets both good light and dark, so if you feel like having different spells on with it, you can, but I'm not much of a spell person for one-handed builds. However, it has good light scaling, so that's going to help out with the Bridge of Glory buff, as well as it's super lightweight, which is really good for one-handed builds, as quick mobility is pretty good when it comes to one-handed builds. However, if you want to use normal mobility, that's perfectly fine. However, I prefer the quick mobility with one-handed swords. Of course, that does come with a drawback of having low defense, which is why I have quick mobility. You know, it's more of a don't get hit type of game, where you have speed, you have DPS, however, avoid taking damage and get really good at dodging, especially with quick mobility. Now going into the passives, improved regeneration because normal regeneration sucks, Swift Destruction to get a 20% damage boost from having quick mobility, Dexterity and Mind up, One-Handed Sword Mastery. As for the blood code, it's going to be Queenslayer, go figure. All around good blood code. However, there are other alternatives such as, let's see here, where are you? Heimdall is a good alternative, and pretty much other blood codes. However, I'm just going to go with Queenslayer most of the time. So that's my ideal pick for when it comes to the one-handed build that I have. Now for the buffs down here, we have a normal restorative offering that's kind of a mandatory. Bridge to Glory to scale along with our Veil and our Mind stat. Adrenaline just for free damage for having some decent strength. And Overdrive, which Overdrive gives you 25% damage as long as you don't take a hit, which then comes into play with the idea of the kind of build I'm putting together, where it's a don't get hit type of build. You get rewarded for not getting hit. So you get 25% more damage for not getting hit, along with Bridge to Glory and Adrenaline. It's all about the damage here. As for the gifts, we have Tranquil Slice, because Tranquil Slice is perfectly balanced. And we have Circulating Pulse, because, you know, it's not particularly the best ever, but I think it looks cool, so I have it equipped. However, you can use Shadow Assault, or you can go really strong with it and use Severing Abyss, which has a pretty long wind-up, but does a crap load of damage. So, again, it's whichever comes to you. I like Circulating Pulse and Tranquil Slice because they're fast. So that's why I use them. As for the next two gifts, we have Valiant Heart, which decreases stamina cost for dodging, so you're going to want to be able to dodge as much as possible, so reducing how much stamina it takes to dodge will help you manage your stamina more when it comes to dodging around and not being caught without stamina. Next we have the Concentration, temporarily reduces stamina consumption. This effect ends when you take damage, so again it comes into play. Use all your buffs, don't take damage, and you get rewarded for it. Quite simple. However, of course, not getting hit is more easier said than done. However, that's just how I like to play when it comes to my one-handed build. Now for just a little damage run through. Adrenaline, Bridge to Glory, Overdrive. The game stat says 1,878 damage for the Ice Blood, but if you attack with it, it's a lot more than that. Gotta love Swift Destruction and all the buffs coming along. So it's all about the speed and DPS that you can dish out, as well as having a lot of stamina and stamina reduction with the Valiant Heart and Concentration. Let's run through some quick damage. Fairly nice for the speed at which it's put. Then the second one here. It's very nice. Again, I mostly like it because of its speed. Let's go ahead and spam both combos together. Pretty nice. Use the Blazing Claw this time, which also can be gotten with quick mobility. So having a fire weapon and ice weapon really pumps up the versatility you have. However, if you don't like weapons that have elements, you can use the Hanamukuro Fortification plus 10. It also has just enough weight to be used with quick mobility. Of course, it all comes down to preference. Well, that's just about gonna do it. Next, I'll probably be covering two-handed, well at least the two-handed build that I use, so I'll be uploading that pretty soon, later throughout the week. So, thanks for watching, I do appreciate your time. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Try not to miss me too much.